Hello everyone, I'm Jimmy Chaos. I hope you're doing well today, and we are checking out a Lagrella the Magpie deck. Now this commander will exile your opponent's creatures as well as your own, but when yours come back to the battlefield after this leaves the battlefield, they come back with 2+1/+1 counters. So what we're playing is a Blink style deck with effects like Cloud Shift and Ephemerate, as well as Thassa's Deep Dwelling, to blink our commander to get the creature back and get additional effects, or we can blink the other creatures in the deck as well. So we have various ones that draw cards, or ones that gain you life, or ones that blink other creatures as well. So it's just very much around things that happen, that have massive upside when they happen a lot of times when creatures enter the battlefield. We have a few that draw cards, Great Henge, which also draws you cards. And all these counters you're getting on things you can use with Falco Spara to cast cards from the top of your library. So we basically just build up lots of value chains and try and outvalue our opponent. All right, let's get into the games and check this one out. It's a pretty solid performer. All right, we're playing against a Jetmir deck in this hand. Ooh. And it really doesn't do anything. All right, this hand's much better. Yeah, we'll sleep on a tapped Temple Garden here. And we draw Cavalier of Thorns. Okay, well, we're gonna shock and we'll just Growth Spiral now. Wish I drew the land there. That would have been nice. But hey, Galagrators is great. Not gonna complain to see them. Alright, good. A land drop's pretty sweet. Not Graders yet. Let's go with the Nadar. And well, I think the Scry option's probably the one we want here. Oh, he's getting... Alright, we get a blue token there, but we get a Scry as well. Okay, yeah. We need lands to keep coming, so it's fine. And then it'll be tapped. We can play the Greeters. And then the following turn play the Cavalier. Do we Knight of Autumn this? What do they get to do next? They get to discard something and get it back in play. They could discard a land, just get the same land. Yeah, I don't really want them ramping. Certainly don't want them making tokens with that either. Okay. I've talked myself into it needs to be destroyed now. And we might go Galagrators, Lagrella. Exile Knight of Autumn, exile their creature, which is Jetmir. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this line's turning out pretty clean for us. And we're gonna go with yeah, and that, yes. Submit, and I think I want to go Treasure. I just want to make sure we have lots of mana, just because we have some very expensive spells. Want to be able to keep casting them. Okay, so let Lagrella live. So they have Baffling End, okay. And we will put her back in the command zone. We're gonna destroy Baffling End. And we'll get a +1/+1 counter on here. Oh, and we get the treasure. Sweet. Forgot we were going to get a second creature. And that's now a 4/3 as well. Yeah, I don't think that went quite as our opponent had hoped it would go. Yeah, I think I like Lagrella here. Yeah, so we were going to exile the knight and their commander. Galagrators were going to be 3/3s. Get them for 6, and then, yeah. That's what this deck does. Oppressive value loops. Alright, let's get into another one. Alright, we're playing against Golos here, and yeah, we got a card draw creature. We have a copier. some form of pressure, bit of interaction, or blink. And all the colors of mana, just in a very fetchy kind of way. Yes, we'll keep. Oh, okay, that's gonna let us do some really weird things. Because if that copies Lagrella, that can copy that, and then we have 3 Lagrellas, so that can get a little weird. Do we need 4 mana next turn, or do we need a card draw? I think we need a card draw. No, maybe we need... This lets us cast our commander next turn, which could be a thing. And if we can't cast our commander, then we can just play the dog. Cultivate. Okay. Dog it is. Right, and oh, we draw the Scattered Groves. That always comes into play tapped. So, so does Evolving Wilds land though, too. And so does a Thriving Isle. Let's just go get a basic forest so we have all our basics in order, and then we can start playing the other lands. Plus it gets 1 more land out of the deck. Not that it's a huge amount of fitting, but it is a little bit. Alright, so now is a good time to play our commander. They're gonna go grab probably Cascading Cataracts, I would imagine. Or the World Tree. Okay. And we're gonna play Lag. And get you and you. Yes. And then we'll play the Thriving Isle. We'll go with green. So opponent can still do all the big things they were going to be doing with that mana. Why did our dog get blown? Oh, because they destroyed and exiled all the enchantments afterwards. Oh, we're just going to play... Oh, wait, we don't have enough mana to play her again. We can just play the touch to get Golos that way. And they got the Cataracts that time. And we'll play that. They left it, okay, so they probably have some way of destroying it. They return to nature. They still can't spin with Golos. But we can also play Lagrella next turn. Get Golos again. It's just going to become a game of, like, hot potato with trying to keep Golos off the board. They're going to get a bunch more mana. Green, I guess. Play Lag. Oh, they counter it. That's unfortunate. They get Chromatic Lantern into the north and Casualties of War. Well, they can blow up a land. That kind of sucks. That does not much, and that does not much, but Casualties isn't great. At least they're not getting multiple permanents with the Casualties, I guess, but... Yeah. I liked that land. I'm now 2 lands away from casting my commander, which I don't like. And they have more mana, which I don't like. I guess there's a chance this hits like a Knight of Autumn or Rex Sage, and then that can kill Golos. So we do have that line in this matchup. And they play a Signet, okay. They attack. No, they don't attack. They choose not to attack, apparently. Okay. Well, let's go see if we get lucky here and we hit the Rex Sage. Awesome. We'll take that action for sure. Alright, we'll go with blue on this one. And if we have ways of copying Rex Sage so we can keep killing the Golos too. And eventually we'll be able to blink this. Which will be nice, because then we can blow up even more of their stuff. Oh, so they copied it. Are those also indestructible? Yes, they are. Very nice. They got just a breeding pool. Okay, so they don't have any more specific lands they want to get. Do I just want this for more pressure on the board? I think I do. Just more pressure as is. Seeing as I'm now on this copy the Rex Sage plan. Buy as much time as we can. If they have a land drop here, an untapped land drop, they can spin Golos. So we're several kills away from that tax mattering, but when all they've done is play mana rocks. Doesn't look like they can spin though. Unless they're slow rolling. Nope, okay. No spin this turn. But yeah, recurring blink would be really nice. Turnwood Symbiosis. Well, that's just a land. I can play... Ooh, okay. I'll pay the life. I can play lag. Get Golos. Get that Rex Sage. The real Rex Sage. Because they have tons of things for Rex Sages to go after, so... That hits for 9s. They're at 9. And they let Golos stay. Okay, because they have Elspeth Conqueror's Death, because that's, yeah, that hits our commander. But it also hit the the Rex Sage can now come back and hit Golos. Yeah, they realized their commander was still gonna die. Yeah, that nasty little surprise when the creature comes back. Alright, we're on the play against Falco and, ooh, a 2-lander. But with Gala Greeters and Elvish Visionary and Tomb Raider, okay. This is too compelling to say no to, and we will choose blue, so we have both our colors that we need. Okay, greet our opponent. I think we're gonna go with the Greeters. Because that way we can get a treasure off them next turn with the Visionary. And if we hit a land drop, we can get 2 treasures. Or, sorry, not 2 treasures. We can also get a +1/+1 counter because we can play a Lunarch. Okay, we didn't hit that, unfortunately. So let's do this. We take the treasure on the first one. We hit an untapped land, which we do. We can now play the Lunarch. Bit of a tell there that we drew the land, but hopefully our opponent doesn't notice. So they could play Falco. We have mana for our commander, so we can definitely get rid of a Falco and... Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, auto-pay that. Get Falco, get our Elvish Visionary. Gotta take the treasure again, because we really are relying on that for mana right now, unfortunately. They let Falco stay under lag. Okay. What does that mean? It means they probably have a way of... They feel they have a way of dealing with her, or they know that I'm gonna blink her, and then their guy comes back anyways? Broker's Ascendancy? Okay. I'm not sure why they left him under there. It's interesting. Opponent's trying to Keep us on our toes, eh? Let's draw a card here. Hopefully we can draw a land. We're gonna get a treasure off the greeters. So they're really filling in for that lack of land. Okay, we'll go with this goose here, which now will let the greeters get bigger. We still get another mana for next turn off the goose. So it kind of covered itself. Opponent's taking an extra turn. Okay, well. There's a 5 mana, untap all your lands, progress your saga, draw a card. Incubation Druid. Well, that's adapted now. We could copy our greeters. We start getting 2 things for everything that comes in. That actually sounds pretty good. We need treasure. Auto pay this. +1, and we still need treasure. Dibblethip, eh? He's gonna go in the graveyard. We need lands. Do they have reach or anything? When that becomes blocked, untap up to 3 lands you control, and that's just a mana dork. We'll attack for 1 in the sky. Pass. Well, we're doing surprisingly well. It's all because of the Galagrators that we have only got 3 lands still, but we're still functioning very well. Just shows the power of what this card can do in the stack. Which makes me wonder what it can do in a lot of other decks. There, oh, they just wiped the board. Ouch! Yeah, it can go to our command zone. At least this comes back a little bigger. Okay, we drew a land, so that's nice, but yeah, that was rough. So maybe that's why they left Lagrella under there. They knew they had a board wipe in a few turns. Should we just bounce this? Should we bounce it back to their hand, or should we draw a card? I think we'll bounce it back to their hand so we can at least get in for an attack right now. They also lose a +1/+1 counter, which if they play it again, they just get back, but at least they won't have 2 of them. And then now next turn we can shock and play Lagrella. Get the Baron, get Falco. Or we can play the... We would have triple green for Cavalier. We could also play the Workshop War Chief. I think trying to interact with Falco is where we're at. Does this discard a card, create a token that's a copy of a random creature card with mana value X, or activate only as a sorcery? That's a pretty cool card. They don't have any +1/+ or any counters now to use Falco's ability. Okay, so they get any random creature, not just ones that they control or anything. Okay, but it's a token. That's true, it is a token, which is good for us. Yeah, we don't have any kind of value loop set up right now, so I'm just gonna take that. If I had a way of blinking her right away, I would have gone for the token first. Opponent decides to leave their commander as well. Okay. So we have 6 mana next turn, and I really need to find a way to blink Lagrella so we can get some furious value there. So we might be on Cloud Conceer just to draw a card to look for something. Doesn't feel very strong to do that, but we really need to find something. Okay, so are they gonna buff their token, or are they gonna look at cards? They're gonna buff their token. Okay. I'm not worried if this thing hits me, so I'm just gonna let it hit me for 3. It has first strike? Sure. I don't want her to die. She already died once, so the tax is gonna be too high for us to afford. Well, there we go. That just kills tokens right there. Okay, so we're gonna start by drawing a card, though. Okay. Both you attack Elspeth. Yep. Block there. Take 3.
Watch the rough housing.
So that can kill whatever token they make next. I'm surprised they just didn't make a really big one there. Or maybe they're trying to get to... No, they have 7 mana for that now.
Let us see if your talents are worth cataloging.
They might get a time warp. Take another turn. Well, they can't just do... I have to discard any card, not a land. Okay. They don't have a card to discard, so they can't use Pool of Vigorous Growth right now. So that means I could Hallowed Respite that. Growth Spiral. Okay, so now they're going to make a 3-drop. They get a 3 mana 1/2. Return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. I'm sure that's exactly what they were hoping to get. Get rid of that, and then we're going to play that tapped because that's the most efficient way to do that, and... Do we even worry about killing their planeswalkers, or we just say go right for them? I think their planeswalkers might become a problem, actually. Alright, let's guarantee we take out Tamiyo. Because next turn, they could play that as a 4/4, becomes a 5/5. So our creatures are not as good. We don't have ways of blinking Lagrella. Yeah, I think we have to take out the planeswalkers. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to just kill my opponent, we're not exactly set up to do that. Any blink spell, and we can seal this game up here. Alright, they're gonna make an 8/8. Ooh, hexproof with trample. It's hexproof as long as it's untapped. Okay. This is an interesting card. Doesn't work in paper, clearly. Okay. We need that thing to become tapped, and we need a blink effect. Yeah, now their creature's bigger. Okay, well, that's life gain, which isn't a bad thing to have. Alright, we're gonna blitz this, because it dying is not a bad thing. Everything's just gonna go at Elspeth. She's on ultimate next turn and would stick around. And I'm hoping my commander gets killed in all this mayhem. Yeah, we'll see how this all plays out, though.
Hey, I'm just running an errand.
Alright. Kenrith's transformation is nice. I can just turn their commander into an elk for the rest of the game.
Let's do this together.
Still need a way to blink this, though, before I could even do that. Elrond, okay. This card's pretty nutty. Yeah, and that with Planeswalkers, that's pretty good with Planeswalkers there. This is starting to look a little tense here. Wonder if that even has any effect for them or not. No, they don't have anything you can get. They do now. An 8-mana! An 8-mana 1/1. It's not bad. It can make... Well, that's already a base power 8/8, so that wouldn't do anything. But it can make itself bigger. It can make the Hannah, Ship's Navigator, bigger. Wait, it has Vigilance now? Oh, man. She gave it Vigilance. Okay. That's a blink effect. I've been saying we just need a blink effect. Let's see if I was right. Might be a little bit more than one in reality, but... wait, okay. No, we want to decline that. Baron is going to bounce... Oh, you can't bounce the thing we need to bounce. Guess we'll bounce that. I guess I could have bounced the Planeswalker. That might have been smart. Falco is just the dude now. Okay, Teferi's Protection. That buys us a turn. Alright, go to end step. Lagrella's gonna get the Gigantomancer and Baron. And we're gonna pass. Alright, let's see if Teferi can protect us. Is this enough to save us? It just buys us time. We really need to find something else instead. Some way of blinking her. And then... Yeah. Even then, that, I don't know. Oh, Foreign Flex. Well, it didn't see these ones, so they're not locked down, at least.
Be brave.
Alright, yeah, that guy does not help us in the slightest. That has trample. Well, our opponent, yeah, this pool of vigorous growth, that we didn't draw an answer to that, unfortunately, and yeah, it has definitely overwhelmed us. Go ahead, opponent. We will, we'll take our loss like a man. You can go ahead and finish this off. Just don't take forever to do it. Okay. You don't need to do all this, opponent. Just kill us. I guess they're playing around us having cards that don't exist. Alright, come on, opponent.
Show 'em what you
Oh.
got.
Alright. We're dead. Good game, opponent. Good game. Yeah, so if we don't get a good amount of blinking or copying of her, like, the deck kind of does stall out a little bit, I think is one downside we saw there. Alright, let's see how it goes again. Alright, we are on the draw against a Hinata Dawn Crowned deck. And this hand, the tapped white's kind of annoying because we can't play the Soul Warden on turn 1. But being able to draw a card, and we do have some interaction, yeah, we'll keep this. This seems fine. So that is flying 4/4 trample, spells cost 1 less to cast for each target, and spells your opponent cast cost 1 more to cast for each target. We do have some spells to target, but it's mostly abilities. So we shouldn't be too heavily taxed by this, but March of Otherworldly Light, for example, is one that would be taxed. Do we draw a card, or do we just develop Daxos? I think we did do Daxos. And then next turn I can go Soul Ward and Spirited Companion. Gain a bunch of life. Half decent chance he's just going to get shot here too, but we'll see. Okay, opponent doesn't have white mana yet, but that could be coming. If we don't kill Daxos here, we can get his devotion up to 4. Which makes him a lot harder to kill. Magic Missile got him though. Alright, so we're gonna go with a Forest, and then we'll go Soul Warden, Spirited Companion. Draw some cards. Scattered Groves, okay. Opponent will hopefully do something that tempts us into playing Lagrella. I want to be tempted and do it. Opponent plays a Jawari Ruins. Okay, so they headed Jawari Disruptions. They are running at least some counter magic. So yeah, that would make counter magic cheaper too. Good to keep in mind. Alright, so they have a Brawl. Do we have Swords Brawl? I don't know if I want to do that. I could Otherworldly Light him. I could just bounce him, but I would rather save... I could Magpie him? Yeah, let's do that. And the dog as well. And I'll play the Scattered Groves and get in for 1. So we do have swords for their commander. Though we're gonna have to pay 2 mana for it. 2 mana swords is far less good compared to 1 mana swords. But yeah, we gotta pay what we gotta pay, right? I think we go Island Elvish Rejuvenator here, if we don't just get straight up countered here. Which is definitely possible. Arch of Mist, Swirling Mist. So they phased out. Okay. I think I'm going to do this and, yeah, the Rejuvenator to get another land. Yeah, let's just get a duel. Then we'll get in for 3. We could Baron the Lagrella, and then we'll get to draw a card, and then at the end of step we draw another card. So Magecraft, create a treasure token. Okay. It's 4 mana. They're both 4 mana, so this would be... you have to pay for 5. So you have to pay 6 mana to be able to March of Otherworldly Light either of those. Hmm. Is Baroning the Lagrella even good here? I could replay her and then get Hinata. Yeah, because Lagrella's not covering their biggest threat yet, so we want that in my hand. Opponent taking their time. An honored heirloom. That's not exciting. Okay, and we'll play Lagrella now. Whirlwind Denial. Ouch. Okay. Take that action. And they get to loot. Okay, and we'll play the land. Pass turn. Get to draw a workshop war chief. How I wish this was a Thragtusk. It would be so much better in this deck if it was, but still pretty solid. I guess also if we want to preserve it after blitzing it, you can use that. Kind of an interesting line. So next turn we're probably on lag, and then we could get... I would probably put Baron under her. Taxis, oh my. But not the super scary one, just the mildly scary one. Yeah, copy your spells when you cast them, but yeah, it's pretty gross. Yeah, so we're gonna play lag. And you get to keep your commander this time. We'll go for Taxis and Baron. Yes. Play that, and Dog will attack for 3. Yeah, that would work really well with the Storm Kiln Artist. Copy all your artifacts, and then each of those causes a treasure to be created, and then, oh, that thing would be huge. And then they probably have some kind of like double strike pump or something for it. This really seems like a bait into them having something. Kind of like all your creatures get extra attack or something. But if that's what you have, I'm fine with Lagrella dying. Because I get a Baron and then I can do other stuff. Okay, so they're just wrathing. Which includes wrathing their own commander. Baron's gonna come in. He's gonna bounce your Jin-Gitaxias. Yeah, take that. Bounce that. And I have a 4/4 Baron. That wasn't terrible for me. Yeah, even our opponent's now saying, oops. Opponent sees the error of their ways. Which one of these makes me a dude? That one makes me a dude. Okay, we'll go with that one. This making one gets me a card draw. If I happen to explore again. Or not explore, but venture. Opponent, what are you gonna do? You got 7 mana. So you can play your commander or you can play Jin-Gitaxias. Jin-Gitaxias it is. It's 7 mana, so I could march it for 7. Oh. The counters stuff. Right. Oops. Counter that spell. Okay. I didn't read that second paragraph, apparently. Would have much rather played a War Chief or a Magpie. Okay. I think we're still in okay shape. Our opponent's playing their commander, leaving up just a blue mana. I wonder if they have counter magic for that. It's only artifact, instants, or sorceries. Okay, so that would get countered, so we're not going to play that. We're going to play our Magpie. So we'll draw us a card too, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to get Jin-Gitaxias and Nadar. Yeah. Night of Autumn. That I could just, you know, make as a big creature. Actually, I'm just going to hold it and play the Chromatic Lantern now while it's safe to do so. This will also draw me a card off the Vampire, which is nice. I'm going to go in for 4 here. If they want to trade their commander for that, I'm more than happy to oblige. Because they'll be able to play their commander again, but that's all they'll be able to do. And if they have a card in their hand that gives it toughness, and I lose my guy, then I lose my guy. Okay, opponent's running on empty. Just gotta land here. That exiles stuff, so that's not doing anything right now. That would draw us a card, so let's lead on that, and we'll just go with the counters, because... Okay, apparently all we're gonna draw right now is land. Go for 4. Okay. Opponent takes the 4. Play that, play the War Chief. Oh, I should have blitzed that. I forgot I had blitz. That would have just won us the game, right? Well, it would have... Yeah, we could have blitzed and attacked with everything. Well, hopefully that's not relevant. Final last words. Opponent's trying to find a way out of this. Shatter Skull Smashing, okay. Interesting. Opponent found something. Yeah, take that action. And I get a 4/4, I get to venture. I wanted the 1/1 for some reason, right? Yeah, because that's going to draw me a card. Ooh, the Intrepid Adversary is a very interesting draw here. Because I have a fair bit of mana. Smash! And yeah, we'll drain them for 1 just because. Hopefully they don't have some kind of Teferi's protection or anything. Alright, we got him, we got him. Sweet. Alright. Alright, we're up against a Toski deck, so our opponent's gonna be attacking every turn with their commander. This actually seems reasonable. And we have Thassa. Any hand with Thassa. Can you really call that reasonable in this deck? So we'll be able to explore on turn 2, turn 3, draw a card, turn 4, just start blinking like crazy. And go from there. What does our opponent have? They have a dude. 4 more creature cards in your graveyard adds mana. I'm gonna go with graveyard because I don't know if I'm gonna need to destroy artifacts and enchantments that much. They might have like the chariot card, but we still have the Knight of Autumn as well, so we're not out of cards to destroy artifacts and enchantments yet. Okay, there's a land. I think I'm just gonna commander here. Get Yorvo, get Branchwalker. And then hopefully draw an untapped land so I can play Thassa. If not, I can play the Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, I should say. Green, okay. Yeah, that makes sense for a mono green deck. And, oh yeah, that adds mana too. Okay, so opponent's got 2 cards in hand and their commander. Okay, well 3 cards if you count that land. Okay, so no matter what we do here, our land's coming into play tapped this turn. So let's fetch for... Let's go with an island. And we'll play a Tomb Raider. Draw a card. Get a Cloudkin Seer. And then we have Thassa lined up for next turn. Frogmite, ooh. That exiles cards from graveyards, right? Yeah, when it deals combat damage. It has trample, so there's no point in blocking. Okay, well we're gonna Thassa. Play the Storm Giants. No attacks. Blink. That. Lagrella come back and take that and that. That actually seems like it might be relevant. Yeah, so it's go 5/4, and then if something comes into play, it gets a counter, and then if that creature's power is greater than yours, it gets another counter. Okay. Toski. And ooh, that thing's gross. Opponent off to a very, very fast start. Okay, we're gonna take that thing out, because if it transforms, it gets even nastier, so... Get rid of that. Still taking a whole heck of a lot of damage there. We can Spark Double Lagrella, though, which is pretty nice. And we also get to Blink Lagrella, which... Yeah, I think that's going to make a difference. Or do we just hold up Teferi's Protection? Huh. That doesn't have Trample. That does, and that's a problem too. We play another Lagrella, we get Yorvo, and that's it. And then we blink. We're going to go get... We're gonna yeah, we'll grab the frog again. We'll keep the Tomb Raider out. Yeah, I think that seems fine. We're gonna go get the Yorvo. That's it. We're not touching our own side. No attacks. End turn, we're gonna blink that. Bunch of stuff happens. And we'll get rid of the frog moth again, or froghemoth. And yeah, they have to attack with Toski. Or Toski. We can easily block that. And then if that attacks, we can block with the Tome Raider. And they have a Faceless Haven coming at us too. That's just a 3-3 now. Okay. Oh, giving us more life. They're just swinging away. Oh my. Okay, let's take out the land. No, not like that though. Let's take out the land, take out that. Block Toski. They're just trying, are they just trying to draw cards aggressively? Like, this doesn't seem great. I'm not gonna lose, I'm gonna lose the Tome Raider. Yeah, I think I want to keep the Soul Warden enough to take the 3 there. Okay. Our opponent just could not keep up with the value there, so... Yeah, the Thassa and Lagrella, and especially when you have the Spark Double on top of that, like, the value just really adds up very quickly in this deck here. Yeah, so overall, I think that deck is pretty fun to play, and it does have its moments where it doesn't quite do all the blinking stuff just as you would hope, and it kind of falls flat on its face. But hey, every deck can fall flat on its face, to be fair. But yeah, so deck list is down in the description if you want to check out the deck list for yourself. And if you do, please comment, let me know what you thought, and leave a like on this video. And if you've made it this far, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.